Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just another year, this is your year. The year you stop looking to the left and the right and instead fix your gaze forward on you. 2025 is not a time to compete with the world. Self-reflection is a transformative process that allows individuals to pause, step back, and critically examine their thoughts, actions, and decisions. It is not merely an act of introspection, but a journey of self-discovery that opens the door to personal growth and profound change. In a world that constantly demands our attention, it is easy to lose ourselves in the chaos. Self-reflection serves as an anchor, grounding us in who we are and guiding us toward who we are. At its core, self-reflection is about honesty. It requires a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves, the patterns we fall into, the habits that hold us back, and the excuses we make. It is not about judgment or self-criticism, but about understanding. When we take time to reflect, we gain clarity about our values, motivations, and intentions. This clarity enables us to align our actions with our authentic selves rather than be. Self-reflection also provides us with the opportunity to learn from our experiences. Every success and failure carries valuable lessons, but we often miss them because we are too busy moving on to the next thing. By pausing to reflect, we can extract those lessons and use them to make better decisions in the future. For example, if a particular relationship or project did not go as planned, reflection allows us to identify what. Moreover, self-reflection fosters emotional intelligence. By examining our feelings and reactions, we become more aware of our emotional triggers and patterns. This awareness helps us respond to situations more thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. It also improves our ability to empathize with others. Understanding our own emotions gives us insight into the experiences. In addition to emotional benefits, self-reflection enhances our ability to set meaningful goals. When we know ourselves deeply, we can set objectives that resonate with our true desires rather than chasing goals that society or others impose on us. Reflection helps us determine what truly matters, allowing us to prioritize our energy and resources effectively. Practicing self-reflection does not require elaborate rituals or extensive time commitments. It can be as simple as journaling at the end of the day, meditating, or even taking a quiet walk to think about the events of the day. The key is to create a space where we can focus inward. Self-reflection also reminds us of our resilience. When we look back on the challenges we have overcome, we gain confidence in our ability to face future difficulties. It shows us how far we have come, even if progress feels slow in the moment. This perspective is essential for maintaining motivation. Ultimately, self-reflection is a powerful tool that helps us navigate life with intention and purpose. It allows us to recognize our potential, acknowledge our limitations, and move forward with clarity and confidence. By making self-reflection a regular practice, we empower ourselves to grow into the best. Avoiding comparison is a critical step toward achieving personal peace and progress. In a world dominated by social media, constant updates, and societal expectations, the temptation to measure ourselves against others is almost inescapable. However, comparison often leads to feelings of inadequacy, resentment, and distraction from our unique journey. Recognizing the futility of this habit and learning to shift focus inward can liberate us to live more fulfilling and authentic lives. Comparison robs us of joy by shifting our attention away from what we have and who we are. It's easy to look at someone else's achievements, possessions, or lifestyle and feel as though we're falling short. However, these comparisons are rarely fair or accurate. We often compare our behind-the-scenes struggles to someone else's highlight reel, unaware of the challenges they face. This distorted perspective creates unnecessary dissatisfaction and can lead to a constant state of not enough, not successful enough. When we engage in comparison, we also risk losing sight of our individuality. Each person's path is unique, shaped by different experiences, circumstances, and aspirations. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's okay. By focusing on others, we diminish the value of our own journey and neglect the strengths and talents that make us who we are. Instead of celebrating our progress, we get caught up in competing with a standard that may not even align with our values. Comparison can also stifle personal growth. When we are consumed by the desire to outdo others or measure up to their accomplishments, we divert energy that can be used to improve ourselves. This external focus creates a cycle of frustration where we constantly chase validation from others rather than seeking fulfillment within ourselves. It's a distraction that hinders us from recognizing our unique potential and striving to become the best. Avoiding comparison requires a conscious effort to cultivate self-awareness and gratitude. Self-awareness helps us recognize when we are falling into the trap of comparison and allows us to redirect our thoughts. Gratitude, on the other hand, shifts our focus to what we already have and appreciate in our lives. When we practice gratitude, we realize that success and happiness are not finite resources. Someone else's achievements do not diminish our own. Focusing on personal goals and progress is another powerful way to break free from comparison. By setting meaningful objectives that align with our values, we can measure success on our terms. Tracking personal milestones, no matter how small, reinforces the idea that our journey is valid and valuable. Progress becomes a source of motivation rather than a comparison. Ultimately, avoiding comparison allows us to reclaim our energy, confidence, and peace of mind. It frees us to celebrate our unique journey and appreciate the beauty of our individuality. By letting go of the need to measure up to others, we create space for growth, fulfillment, and setting clear boundaries is essential for maintaining emotional well-being, protecting our energy, and fostering healthy relationships. Boundaries serve as a framework that defines what is acceptable and unacceptable in our interactions with others and how we prioritize our time and commitments. Without them, we risk overextending ourselves, losing focus on our goals, and allowing others to dictate the terms of. Establishing boundaries begins with self-awareness. It requires understanding our own needs, values, and limits. When we lack clarity about these, we often say yes to things that do not serve us, leading to frustration, resentment, and burnout. Self-awareness allows us to recognize what feels right and what feels like a violation of our personal space or priorities. It empowers us to make choices that align with our values and goals rather than being swept away by the expectations of others. Boundaries are not just about saying no, but also about defining the conditions under which we say yes. They help us determine how we allocate our energy and time. For instance, if a work commitment or social engagement conflicts with our need for rest or personal growth, boundaries enable us to prioritize ourselves without guilt. This is not selfishness, it is self-respect. When we protect our boundaries, we ensure that we have the capacity to give our best to the things. Clear boundaries also enhance relationships. They create a sense of mutual respect and understanding. When we communicate our boundaries openly, we let others know how we expect to be treated and what they can rely on us for. This reduces misunderstandings and resentment, as it sets realistic expectations. For example, in a professional setting, clearly defining work hours or workload limitations prevents overwork and promotes a healthier balance. In personal relationships, expressing emotional or physical boundaries fosters trust and intimacy. Establishing boundaries can be challenging, especially if we fear disappointing others or facing conflict. However, the discomfort of setting boundaries is temporary compared to the long-term consequences of living without them. When we fail to enforce our boundaries, we teach others that it is acceptable to disregard our needs. This often leads to patterns of overcommitment, exhaustion, and feeling Communicating boundaries effectively requires assertiveness and empathy. Assertiveness ensures that our needs are expressed clearly and confidently, while empathy helps us convey our message with kindness and consideration. For example, instead of saying, "I don't have time for this," we might say, "I appreciate the opportunity, but I need to focus on my current priorities." Maintaining boundaries also requires consistency. It is not enough to set them once, we must uphold them repeatedly, even in the face of pushback. Consistency reinforces the message that our boundaries are non-negotiable, encouraging others to respect them over time. And by doing so, we create an environment where our well-being and priorities are valued, allowing us to thrive personally and professionally. Growth through discipline is a principle that underpins success in every area of life. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement, transforming aspirations into tangible results. It is not merely about rigid routines or sacrifices. It is about consistent effort, commitment, and the ability to stay focused on long-term goals despite short-term distractions or setbacks. Discipline creates the foundation upon which personal growth can flourish. Discipline starts with a clear sense of purpose. When we have a compelling vision or goal, discipline becomes the tool that helps us work toward it steadily and effectively. Without discipline, even the best intentions can falter. For example, many people set ambitious goals such as improving their health, advancing their careers, or learning a new skill. However, without the discipline to follow through on the daily actions required, those goals often remain unfulfilled dreams. Discipline ensures that one of the most powerful aspects of discipline is its ability to build momentum. When we commit to consistent, small actions, we create a positive feedback loop. Each completed task reinforces our confidence and strengthens our belief in our ability to achieve more. Over time, these small, disciplined actions compound into significant progress. For instance, dedicating just 30 minutes a day to a new skill or exercise may not seem impactful at first, but over weeks and months, the results. Discipline also teaches resilience. Growth is rarely a linear process. It often involves setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. Discipline helps us push through these obstacles, keeping us focused on the bigger picture. It enables us to separate our emotions from our actions, ensuring that we continue to make progress even when the journey feels difficult. This resilience is what sets disciplined individuals apart. They persist where others give up, and they adapt rather than abandon. Discipline also fosters self-respect and confidence. When we commit to a plan and follow through, we build trust in ourselves. This self-trust is critical for growth because it reinforces our belief in our ability to take on new challenges and achieve greater goals. Conversely, when we lack discipline, we often feel frustrated or disappointed in ourselves, which can hinder growth and lower. Ultimately, discipline is not about perfection, but about persistence. It is the daily choice to prioritize our goals over temporary comfort or distractions. Through discipline, we develop habits that align with our values, laying the groundwork for continuous improvement and lasting success. Each act of discipline strengthens our character, bringing us closer to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Embracing the journey is a mindset that shifts our focus from the destination to the process, allowing us to find value, growth, and fulfillment in each step we take. In a society often fixated on instant results and external achievements, it's easy to become so consumed by the end goal that we overlook the significance of the path leading there. However, the journey itself is where the real transformation. Every journey begins with a first step, and those initial moments are filled with potential and promise. Yet as we move forward, challenges inevitably arise. These obstacles are not roadblocks, but opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. When we embrace the journey, we recognize that every struggle and setback is a necessary part of the process. It's in these moments of difficulty that we develop resilience, patience, and the skills needed to overcome future challenges. The journey also teaches us the importance of being present. Often we are so focused on what lies ahead that we fail to appreciate the experiences and lessons unfolding in the present moment. By embracing the here and now, we open ourselves to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our surroundings. We begin to see the beauty in small victories, the joy in progress, and the wisdom in failure. Each progress, no matter how small, is a cornerstone of the journey. Embracing the journey means celebrating every milestone, even those that seem insignificant. It's easy to dismiss small wins as unimportant when compared to the ultimate goal. But these moments are the building blocks of success. For instance, if someone is working toward a healthier lifestyle, every healthy meal, every workout, and every choice to prioritize well-being is a step forward. These small acts, repeated consistently. The journey also encourages us to let go of perfectionism. When we focus solely on the destination, we often set unrealistic expectations for ourselves, believing that any deviation from the plan is a failure. However, embracing the journey means accepting that growth is messy, nonlinear, and sometimes unpredictable. It's about giving ourselves grace and understanding that mistakes are not the end, but a natural part of progress. Moreover, the journey fosters self-discovery. As we navigate challenges and overcome obstacles, we uncover strengths, passions, and qualities we may not have known we possessed. This self-awareness enriches our lives, helping us align our actions with our values and purpose. It's through the process of striving, failing, and succeeding that we truly come to know ourselves. Ultimately, embracing the journey allows us to find joy and fulfillment in the act of becoming. It reminds us that life is not just about reaching the top of the mountain, but about the experiences, lessons, and connections we gather along the way. When we shift our perspective to value the process, we not only grow, but also live more fully and authentically. Vision for the future is the compass that guides us through the uncertainties of life, providing direction, motivation, and purpose. It is more than just a dream or aspiration. It is a clear and intentional picture of where we want to go and who we want to become. Without a vision, we risk wandering aimlessly, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. A well-defined vision empowers us to take control of. Having a vision begins with clarity. To create a compelling picture of the future, we must first understand what truly matters to us. This requires introspection, identifying our values, passions, and priorities. A vision is not about conforming to societal expectations or chasing superficial markers of success. It is about aligning our actions with our deepest desires and beliefs. When our vision reflects our authentic selves, it becomes a source of inspiration that propels us forward. A strong vision also provides focus. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, it is easy to become scattered and lose sight of what is most important. Vision acts as a filter, helping us distinguish between opportunities that align with our goals and those that do not. It allows us to prioritize our time and energy effectively, ensuring that our efforts are directed toward activities that bring us closer to our desired future. One of the most powerful aspects of vision is its ability to inspire action. When we have a vivid picture of the future we want to create, we are more likely to take the steps necessary to make it a reality. Vision transforms abstract goals into tangible objectives, breaking them down into actionable steps that can be pursued on a daily basis. For example, someone with a vision of financial independence might set specific targets for saving, investing, and learning about personal finance. These smaller actions, driven by a larger purpose, build momentum. Vision also instills resilience. The journey toward any meaningful goal is rarely smooth. Setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt are inevitable. However, a clear vision serves as a reminder of why we started and what we are working toward. It provides the strength to persevere, adapt, and stay committed, even when the path seems difficult. Vision keeps us anchored, ensuring that temporary. Furthermore, vision fosters growth and creativity. When we imagine a future that is better than the present, we challenge ourselves to think beyond our current limitations. This forward-thinking mindset encourages us to explore new ideas, develop new skills, and take calculated risks. Vision pushes us out of our comfort zones, inspiring innovation. In essence, vision for the future is not just about achieving specific outcomes. It is about living with purpose and intention. It gives our lives meaning, connecting our daily actions to a larger narrative of growth and fulfillment. When we hold a clear vision, We become active participants in shaping our destiny, moving confidently toward a future that reflects our highest aspirations.